So if you are pretty much in any way involved in the body positive community, you know there's been some drama going on, and especially about a certain YouTube video. So now I know a little bit more about how the drama started and what it's about, and I guess it really boils down to a disagreement over who belongs in the body positive community. If you followed me for any length of time, you know where I stand on this issue. I do think that the body positive movement was made by, started by fat women and fat activists. So to see that movement being overtaken by thin white women, I can see how people are a little pissed about it. Like the safe space is being taken away. And is being overtaken by bodies that don't really need that safe space because societally they have that safe space. And you know, even and an argument that I recently heard was that it's not fair to exclude victims of sexual assault from the body positive movement just because their bodies aren't a safe place. And as someone with a trauma history that has led to me not feeling safe in my body and has led to me developing an eating disorder to kind of cope with that feeling of not being safe, I still disagree. I guess I'm kind of confused. I don't see why excluding victims of sexual assault from this movement should be considered fucked up. You know, the body positive movement was not made for victims of sexual assault. So, like, wanting to be immediately included in the movement, it just doesn't really make sense. And obviously, I don't speak for all victims with sexual trauma. Like, that should go without saying. But I guess I was just a little confused by that sentiment. I don't know, man. Like, it just seems really straightforward to me. Like, the movement was made for marginalized bodies. If you don't have a marginalized body, then why are you trying to get into this movement? It doesn't matter how you feel about your body. That's not what the movement is about. And I think the ironic part is that this person is going to form her own community and her own movement. And I'm just like, that's what people have been asking you to do all along. Like, why did we have to go through all this bullshit to accomplish what should have maybe been done in the first place? Form a movement for thin white women. It's not going to be political, which is fine because I feel like the body positive movement is like a watered down version of fat activism now, just because of the influx of thin white women. So yeah, and I feel like thin white women are always complaining about why does this movement have to be political. So the solution that would make everyone on both sides happier is for the thin white women and the non-marginalized bodies to form their own community and their own movement.